Today, we're in Spain having a red blend. Let's get it. Welcome to Wine Still of the Week, where I go find a bottle that's under $20 that's punched above its weight class. I can't wait to get into this wine today. Till next time, cheers. Hey, what up, guys? It's Friday, and so you know it's wine still time. I'm trying to find you guys a deal. Hopefully this works for you. Can't wait to get into this wine, but just really quickly, it is Fiction Week on Grapes and Sand newsletter. If you've not subscribed, please do. More to come about that at the end of this wine review. Let's get into the wine though. Today we're in Spain. We're in Yecla. Hope I spelled that, or I hope I pronounced that right. And we're talking about the Demuerte. So we're talking about the Demuerte wine. This is 2024. This is a blend of Monastrell and Cabernet Sauvignon. 80% Monastrell, 20% Cabernet Sauvignon. I'm looking forward to trying this. I saw this label. I thought it was interesting. And then I saw the blend. I was like, okay, I haven't had this before. Let's see what's going on here. And this is at a place I shop all the time. I don't know if they just got some new stock in. But I'm hoping this is good so I can recommend it, and I'll tell you exactly where it's at when I'm done with this. So today, here's the Demuerte, and you guys can see that right there. 2024. All right, let's get into this. On the nose. So let's take off these glasses. On the nose. First things that are jumping out of the glass at me are red, perfectly ripe cherry, and spice. There's like this exotic kind of spice going on here. I'm getting a little bit of toasted oak. I just opened this up, so let me swirl this a little bit. Yeah, that spice is like a cinnamon. I'm getting like a cinnamon, almost like a red hot. You know those candies red hot? I'm almost getting that on the nose a little bit. There is an old leather mint going on here too. I'm also getting a little bit of vanilla, but not over the top. Just like a little bit of kind of like a vanilla caramel thing going on here. Get a little raspberry here too. Let's go ahead and taste it and see if everything's translating to the palate. Wine Still of the Week will be right back. As a dad, I can sometimes feel the weight of the world on my shoulders, and meditation helps to release some of that weight. I'm also trying to break generational curses, and with that being said, meditation helps me to overcome some of those things. If you're a dad who meditates, check out my gear. Cheers. Now back to the show. Solid. Let's talk about structure first. Medium body. Acid is medium. Tannin is 1 second. Tannins are there. These are like kind of light, supple tannins. I would say this is medium tannin too. Finish is long but a little disjointed. Not over the top, a little thinning on the finish, but the flavor stays for a long time. Some richness up front, then it kind of dials down on the finish. Let's go ahead and taste and talk about some of the fruit. So this is what I would consider a fruit forward wine. The cherry that I was talking about, the ripe cherry, is the star of this show. And then like everything else really falls secondary, like kind of deep secondary. Other little nuances here. I'm getting like a little bit of cola in the mid palate, like cola, like Coca-Cola, cherry cola. I'm also getting a little bit of that cinnamon thing I was talking about on the finish. Let's taste a little bit more. Very dry on the outside, but like really juicy on the inside, on the mid palate. This wine's solid. I don't hate it. It's not for me though, but I don't hate it. I think it's actually a solid bottle for a lot of people. I think a lot of people like this. I think of this wine as kind of like an entry point if you're trying to get somebody into red wine and you don't want to hit them over the head with like something full bodied, like say a Cabernet Sauvignon or something like that. You want to kind of ease them into it with something soft and easy to get to. And fruit forward with red fruit, I would say this is a good is a good entry point for getting people into red wine. It's solid. It does, as far as it, okay, so let me just kind of take you on a ride down the palate really quickly, hold on. So, like I was saying, up front, you get that cherry, kind of like, more of a like a dry cherry up front. And then as it gets into, I was thinking, it gets really juicy in the mid palate, so there's like a little bit of raspberry, ripe raspberries there. There's something like kind of medicinal in the mid palate that's interesting. Kind of reminds me of the cherry like cough syrup I used to have right in the mid palate. And then as it gets to the finish, that's when it starts drying up again. So it gets a little bit more, it gets thinner. You're getting cinnamon notes. You're getting like kind of like a little bit of a tobacco note, some spice, a little bit more spice here. And then it goes down with just that last bit of cherry that's sitting on the back of your tongue. So that's kind of how this operates on your palate. If I'm scoring this wine, I'm going 87. Solid number. The still here's I got this from Trader Joe's for $8.99. So not bad. Definitely worth a try. I can see you guys doing really well. If you like pork chops, I can see this really doing well with pork chops. And you can probably get away with like some charcuterie too. I think this would go really well with charcuterie. So that's all I got for you on this wine. As far as the newsletter go, again, it is Fiction Week. I have some stuff coming your way. The book review that I do once a month is coming out this week. I'll probably be doing another kind of vibing out late night creating. I've been doing this thing where I'm going live on my newsletter, and at late at night, normally about 3 o'clock in the morning, 2 o'clock, maybe even later than that. And I'm if anybody wants to join me that's a creative, feel free to join me on the live. I'm going to be working on a project, and if you guys have a project that you want to work on and that's your kind of hour to get some stuff done, hop on with me. Let me know that you're there, and you can create your masterpiece while I'm working on mine. So that's pretty much all I have for you guys today. If you haven't subscribed to the newsletter, please do. It is free subscription unless you want to get everything, which is $5 a month, the cost of getting me a coffee per month. And then you'll have access to everything, the podcast and everything. So anyway, question of the day. What's your favorite blend from Spain? Guys, until next time, cheers.